naturally, once again, how many extroverts do we have? Okay, so extroverts are somebody that would initiate social situations. Now this is a really important part of your role in SRC, and something that I talk a lot, I also work with the Chatham group, that in your position, when you're working in your office hours, it's important that you initiate interactions with students. Because as we know, people are a lot more shy than they used to be, only because they're staring down at the black hole, otherwise known as their phone. So you want to initiate interactions, and introverts then know that about yourself, and this is an opportunity for you to grow in terms of initiation, and in terms of speaking out, all of that, and knowing yourself. And in terms of thinkers versus feelers, that it's important, the beauty of all this is that like your whole heart, your whole brain, your whole everything as you work together. So thinkers are going to want a lot of details before they make decisions. So thinkers tend to take longer to make decisions, and feelers are almost, in some ways, naive in how they make decisions because they're only expecting the best. So when I first started looking for a house with my now husband, I fell in love with every house. I'm like, I want every house. I could like smell the cookies, and he had, once again, back to the spreadsheet. What are the bills, right? Tell me how much the union gas is. Tell me how all these things. And in the end, because our personalities are so different, our vision is the same. This is why it's important to have a united vision, that we ended up with the best house possible, because we got it to be what was right logically, but what also felt like home. It wasn't just a house, right? And this is not just reading yourself, but reading each other and reading in the population, right? And the part 3 that we won't get to, we'll continue on in October, plus you can read up on where we're at in terms of, so sensors are very similar to, how many sensors do we have in the room? Okay, no one is taking advantage of the sensors because you want all the facts, okay? Very similar to the thinker how they thinks through problems, but in terms of sensors, once again, before you make a decision, whereas intuitives have a gut feeling, right? They just have a knowingness, and that's why it's important for the two to work together. So we have all the differences in here. And then how many perceivers do we have? How many P's? Okay, we probably have more P's than that. And how many judges do we have? Okay, so judges, the idea that you're organized, you're prepared, all of those things. Excellent, excellent. So this part 3, I'll put this quote up here, I love this. These different quotes. Once when Ryan hires me to work with you for the year, he basically owns my brain for a year, okay? So everywhere I go, I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about quotes that matter. And one of the reasons I like this quote is because how I started this presentation is the idea that leadership is not a title, it's a way of being. That the title gives it a next level responsibility for you, but it's where you are everywhere. So that one example I shared with the gym, I could have just left. But I thought, you know what, I have a responsibility. Like, I really have a responsibility to the next generation. And that's why it's important. The other reason I like this quote too, is that your purpose does not begin when you graduate. Your purpose does not end when you retire. Your purpose is that you have breath, it's for a lifetime. That people, your grandparents, your cousins, homeless people, like everybody, no matter who they are, everybody serves a purpose. That nobody's less or more because of the amount of money they have in the bank account or any of the things that make us physically different from each other, that we all serve a role on this earth. And that I'm just glad I get to do it with you guys. I'm just glad.